Hey all, welcome to the video. So I'm going to be showing today Endlessh and exactly what you'd be doing and able to visualize the data once it's sent through. So if you're on Unraid, the first thing that you're going to want to do, go to Endlessh Go. So in here, install this. You're going to want to set it Twitter or VLAN that you have it. Most people are just going to have more than likely just going to bridge or host. I highly recommend setting up some VLANs and being able to set up your traffic so you can separate some stuff from your own user VLAN and DMZ and some others. So I'm just going to put on the test VLAN, keep it the default ports, and then keep it those ports as well. So with all of this, I have another one that's actually running that's just Endlessh, but then you can also have Endlessh tech go. That's going to allow you and able to find where that file is. This is a very simple setup. There's not much more that you need to be done. There's an advanced view, and then if you want to look at all the docs where it says enable Prometheus, this is what's going to allow us to forward it on to Prometheus for the next step. And then you also have the GeoIP, which is then going into Grafana at the end, and then you have your log to standard error and able to show it when it goes into the logging screen. It's automatically going to show every single IP that's going against your setup. So once you have that, you just send it on through. You get the command finished successfully. So that's our first step. So we have that. So you got that from the store. Next is going to be Prometheus. Prometheus, boom. All right, so there's two things that you're going to want to download. So I downloaded the Prometheus and then the Prometheus node exporter. This node exporter is going to allow you to grab it from Endlessh. So you grab this. So there's two ways. If you already have multiple variations of the same one, you're not obviously going to be able to do this. So with that, then you're going to want to go into your Docker. And then from here, you add a container. So you add Prometheus, since I already have it. Just name it the Endlessh, boom, bam. Put it on the same VLAN, otherwise they're not going to be able to talk. Switch the IP, boom, bam. And then there you go. So then it's going to be a 9090, very standard port. Something that's a little nuanced that I didn't learn until like a year into using Unraid that's actually pretty important. You have your 4 cache drives. For a lot of Docker images, you want them to run on the cache. The importance of running on the cache is faster and able to move around. When it's going to save long-term data, not app data, when it's going to save long-term data, more of like a config. I kind of just keep them all in the same folder or in the same drive. The reason being is it always looks for app data, and if it's on a different drive, it's going to have a problem. It's going to like fuss at you. But if you have other that's going to store long-term information, always store it on your hard drives. But if it's just a short-term like app data, you're going to want to share it on the cache. So with that, majority of the time, it's just going to say mount user and then app data and then the name of what you have. So I'm going to rename it because I want to, because otherwise it's going to overwrite my actual real one that I have right now. And I do not want that. So as you see right here, boom, and then boom, and then boom. So with all of that, it's going to go to this new directory that I want it to also go to rather than overwrite what I already have, because you have multiple directories for the same exact application. You don't want to rename them. But as you see here, it's on the test VLAN, so it's on the 70.3 and then the 9090. So with all of this, should be set to go. Boom, boom. Finished, command finished successfully. And then the final step with all of this, so what you're doing is Endlessh will send it to Prometheus, and the Prometheus is going to grab that information and then send it to Grafana. So I don't know if it's going to ask me again with Grafana. Some applications allow you to do it the first try, so I could use one of the other ones and able to, but it probably, yeah, it's going to do the same thing. So going back into Docker then. With that, go to add container again, and then grab a template, Grafana, and then again Endlessh, and then you're going to want to put in the same VLAN, so then boom, 70.4, and then there we go with the port 300, cache, and then Endlessh, and then the server root, boom, just put that right there, make it easy, and then admin password, obviously you want to change this something super secure like password, obviously, but I'm just going to leave it as admin for now. And then that's all that you really have for Grafana, and able to set everything up. So from this point, we have all of the Docker images that we have and we need. So we have these three that we're going to have. And then, so the thing with Endlessh Go, if you go to the log section, you'll see right here it says starting Prometheus on the 2112, and then in the metrics directory. So take note of that. We'll go to the Endlessh SSH. Boom. So this is my real one. So then this is the one that I do not care about. This is the one I'm just creating for right now. I'm going to do admin123, admin123, boom. All right, so in here, there's a config that I found earlier, and you're going to want to go to here, and it's going to go Grafana, dashboard, Endlessh SSH. So then, in here, there's Endlessh SSH, Grafana, and then you're going to copy ID to clipboard. I'll put this in the description below. So in there, then you're going to go to connections, and then Prometheus. Let's go dashboards first. Create it, import a dashboard, and then you have your number. So this number is for Endlessh SSH. It loads it from SSH. So just load it. It's going to go Endlessh SSH to dashboard, and then it wants you to configure from a data source. All right, so we got the first step of grabbing it from our application, which is Endlessh SSH, sending it through Prometheus, and then to Grafana. So with all this, we're going to use Prometheus. So from here, then we're going to want to enter in the IP that we designated as what we designated for Prometheus. So there is a reason why this is not starting. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, yeah. And then inside the Prometheus.yaml, we actually want to have a file that's where it's going to grab that information from. So in there, real quick, I'm going to put a file, mount user, just bring it off screen real quick to look into this, boom, and then alright, and then real quick, so once you go into your directory and you go into the Prometheus, so whatever file, you go into mount cache app data, if that's what you have it specified in app data, you go into your Prometheus Endlessh SSH. So the Prometheus Endlessh SSH, inside of here there'll be a data directory that we specified earlier, and then there'll also be an Etsy and a data. So the exact same when we went inside here, that was these two. So data and Etsy. So then with that, you want to go into the Etsy. I will also provide this link of where I got this down below. But then we're going to go Prometheus. I'm going to go inside here. This was from my other one that I have specified. And we're going to go right here. You go 70. What was it? I think it was 2. And then same with this. Boom. 70.2.2. So that's the endless SSH IP. So with all of that, that should allow it now to be able to grab that information from the endless, go through Prometheus to Grafana then. So now, once we're out of here, bring that back over. So now, spin up this, because what it's looking for is it's looking for that file. So it's looking up, what should I be looking for? So you spin up Prometheus now. Boom, now it's working. So now the 2 is going to the 3, that then we'll be grabbing to the 4. So now let's go back to the 4. And we'll go back to here. And what's the IP? Boom, 9090. So that's where we're looking. And also I'm just going to, even though this is on a complete different one, just so I don't get confused after the video. Boom. And then successfully query the Prometheus API. So now it's all set. So it's all ready to go. So then we'll go back to dashboards. Create a dashboard, go through this whole process again, load, there we go, the 15156, load. And now we're gonna be able to go back to here, that endless SSH Prometheus, boom, import. Okay, so as of right now, it's gonna say no data. The final step that I'm not gonna show on my own firewall, that would be the last step, is on your own personal router, you are going to want to go into NAT settings. You are going to go into port forwarding, and you are going to port forward from the WAN interface to, on port 22, through to the IP of your endless SSH. So you're going to do the IP of 10.1.70.2 if you did the exact same. And then you're going to specify it to port 2222. So you're going to have it on the WAN interface at 22, and then you bring it NAT port forwarding to the 10.1.70.2, and then all 2s. At that point, you're also going to want to do auto start. Then you're going to start getting data, just like I have. Just the exact same that I have with all of the people that have been trying to attack me in the last day. You will have the exact same thing of all these brute force attempts. And it's awesome. It's incredible the amount of information that you're able to gain from this. And then what you're able to do, the next step that I'm working on, is able to put this through fail to ban, able to put this through CrowdSec, and able to ban these IPs and then able to route it up and show it to people higher. So it's a super cool concept. I've already spent within the last day 4 hours and 38 hours that have been blocking people and stopping them from their scanners to actually like help out other people so they're not getting their machines raided by an SSH. Because the cool thing about this is this endless SSH is just a tar pit. What a tar pit is it makes it so it'll never actually load what you need from an attacker's perspective, so they're never able to actually get in. So as you see, 376, really cool. Last night had a bunch of attacks come in from China. Really cool, just looking around all the different attack vectors. Like you can see the IPs for all of these. Super cool. Just really cool little project spun up in the last 2 days. Wanted to share it with y'all. Hope you enjoy. Yeah, and just be sure to save it as your favorite, and then you can keep on coming up to this, and then just keep the bookmark. You can auto refresh right here for every 30 seconds. So if you want to see more videos like this, just like, comment, and let me know what you want to see more of. But appreciate you for watching. Bye.